Recently, I played through Spec Ops The Line with the help of some friends to keep me from crossing said line and going insane. It didn't work. The following is a completely accurate summary of the campaign. Trust me. The game begins by challenging traditional third-person shooter conventions by having the turret section at the beginning of the game to really temper your expectations for the gameplay going forwards. After shooting down some tourists, our Uber gets knocked out of the sky because it's a helicopter in a Call of Duty game, which means it's contractually obligated to do so. What? Wrong script. You sure? Yeah, whatever, 2 stars. Then we cut to earlier, where we get an exposition dump about John Soldierman from literally just Nolan North, and find out that John Soldierman left a voicemail about how he couldn't get people out of Dubai, which sounds dubious. So the US sent an Alphabet Soup squad to go check up on what's up. Right out of the gate, we get a poop joke because Lego's role in the script just says comic relief, which means he's going to be the first to die. We rappel off a conveniently placed rappel point and get filled in on the mission, which is to see if anyone's around and then immediately leave so we can tell our bosses what's up and go home. Yeah, right, like that's ever gonna happen. Great Value Ice Cube finds a fresh body, but we aren't gonna let him eat it right now, so he and Lego turn into a topographical map as a form of protest. Gee, don't let a guy take a bite out of a corpse and suddenly I'm the bad guy. Our lunch debate is interrupted by some locals who want us to go away, but we're Americans, so they can't tell us what to do. So we drop a little sand on them, you know, like 2 cubic tons of sand. Just a little. And then murder our way through traffic to a distress call. So we decide to go help out because it might mean a fresh corpse or 2 to use for an afternoon snack. We kill our way into a plane and watch a guy get shot by, the floor. So he tells us something important, but also dies before he can elaborate because that's just kind of how these things go. Great Value Ice Cube reminds us that we're operating outside of our mission parameters, but that's okay because we're the good guys and deciding to single-handedly, well, there's 3 of us, so single-squattedly invade Dubai without letting our bosses know what's up is definitely the right thing to do here. After running up and trying to melee a guy, but forgetting what the melee button is because it's shift for some reason, I find out that this game doesn't have toggle aim, so I'm giving it a 0 out of 10.
At least it's toggle sprint. Yeah, it's got toggle sprint, no toggle aim.
Ew, toggle sprint's gross.
You're weird. Everybody loves toggle sprint. Toggle aim people can't agree on, but everybody loves toggle sprint.
Toggle sprint's amazing.
Nobody loves holding the button down for sprinting.
Oh wait, no, yeah, sorry. Yes. Toggle sprint, yes.
Okay, good. Glad we're on the same page.
Once again, Great Value Ice Cube reminds us that we should probably radio command to let them know what's going on, but we're still gung-ho about being the white savior of Dubai, so we're gonna push on and save everyone. And then I ate a hot dog on stream for 3 minutes because I hadn't eaten dinner.
Himbo, do you want Will's hot dog that he bought from Costco and didn't eat?
Oh, I
Yes,
totally forgot
I
it.
love
Can you bring me
Costco
my
hot
hot dog?
You were not getting your hot dog.
What? I want my hot dog. Hot dog. No, don't throw my hot dog.
I should just fastballed your hot dog at you.
All right. It's time for ASMR hot dog eating.
Now,
It's
Will,
my hot
Will,
dog.
Wait, Will, how cold is it?
It's pretty cold now.
I fucking love Costco hot dogs.
Can we get this?
I do
No.
wish that they sold just a hot dog for like $1, but you have to get the drink, hot dog and drink combo. So I just pay for a drink I end up not getting.
It's $1.50, dude.
Yes, but then I end up with like,
It's like cheapest hot dogs in the world.
yes, but I want 2 hot dogs, so I gotta buy 2 drinks and like I don't want 2 drinks.
Toggle hot dog.
Chew with your mouth closed? No, fuck you. He's in his own home. He can chew however the hell he wants. Toggle Costco?
I think is that just Sam's Club?
No, that's second-rate Costco.
Yeah, so toggle Costco.
Shut the fuck up. Actually, you know what? No, Sam's Club is also good. It's not as good as Costco.
You don't need to hear it. Now sounds are garbage. I like that we're not losing any viewers. We're actually gaining viewers while I'm eating a hot
You're
dog.
gaining viewers.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
I said, how's the hot dog?
That's pretty good. It's not warm anymore, but it's still good.
I like all these new arrivals.
Yeah, the people who just got here,
No
like, let's go,
idea.
we love Spec Ops. Yeah, no.
We're eating a fucking hot dog.
We all hate hot dogs. No, Spec Ops.
I hate hot dogs.
Do you hate
Sam's
hot dogs,
Club.
by the way?
I do. I don't like the texture. They make me feel sick.
Well, chew them before you swallow them.
Spec Ops the Costco hot dog.
We try to open a door, but it's locked, but like, come on, really? We can't get that door open, really? And then we fight an arbitrary amount of enemies before they start dropping serious putty on us, and now we can open the door with no problem. Okay. Turns out the bad guys are also being led by an American, but we're not sure why, and we spook him so he runs away, so we chase after him to ask him like reasonable people and do the ritual dance on a turret.
Is this the new ritual dance?
Before running outside and coughing because of all that sand inhalation that we're doing, because it's not like we have a very convenient scarf that we could be wearing to block the sand. Or maybe we just really like sand despite its lack of nutritional value. We rappel off a conveniently placed rappel point on an elevator shaft and walk through a ridiculous amount of lit candles that somebody set up and then abandoned for some reason, and then find some guys just taking a nap after eating a lot of strawberry jam. Right, Susan? We're in agreement that this is strawberry jam and not anything else. Good, moving on. We catch up to the other American, whose name we find out is Agent, so he must be a really important character, who's beating up on some other dude for vague reasons so that we don't get the plot spoiled to us too early. But then we interrupt their monologue, which gives the other dude the opportunity to escape his bondage and enable a new orifice on Agent. I promise I'm still speaking English. Other guy points his gun at us since he doesn't know who we are, but I kill him at the first opportunity I get because I know who I am, and you know who I am, unless you're new to the channel, in which case, welcome. I am Williasso, Psycho Killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Okay, now I'm not speaking English anymore.
I look stupid to you? No.
I look stupid to you? No. Pa.
He was wrong. I do look stupid. I know what I look like.
Yeah, that's Worm Crime 1.
No, that wasn't a war crime. He was armed.
We rappel off a conveniently placed rappel point and get a door open for us. Are we really sure this isn't a Call of Duty game? And then find out that the 33 and a third are running after civilians, so we kill them. The 33 and a third, not the civilians. Yet. We get another door open for us and find out that the 33 and a third are rounding up civilians for some unknown reason, but we decide it can't be good based on the circumstantial evidence, so we start murdering everyone. And I mean everyone. And do the ritual dance on a turret to call upon the sand gods that will take us to the next area so that we can do the exact same thing we've been doing this entire game, but behind a slightly different looking wall. Turns out the locals don't want us here, which is a shock that people living in the Middle East aren't happy about Americans showing up to save them from other Americans who showed up to save them. Who could have seen that coming? Oh, everyone? Yeah, okay. Literally just Nolan North's best guess to what's going on is that 33 and a third splintered and had some infighting, but our brilliant deductive reasoning is interrupted by a radio call where another agent is getting tortured, so we decide we're going to be heroes some more by going and rescuing him. We rappel down a conveniently placed zipline, and I tell my AI teammates to take out some dudes and then wait an awkwardly long amount of time for them to catch up to do so, because I guess they were too busy jerking each other off. After clearing out a gym because we're fit phobic, we rappel down a conveniently placed rappel point and sit behind a wall while a helicopter gives birth so that we can murder their babies because we're an artist, which is a joke that sounds way worse out of context. We fall down some sand to do some spawn killing before rappelling down a conveniently placed zipline and kicking open a door that leads to sand. Surprise! And then we get flung backwards off the building and all the way down to the ground that we survive because we're wearing plot armor and can't be killed by bullshit.
There's no way this dude isn't dead, or at least have a broken back.
No, I'm the main character. It's alright.
He definitely would have just demolished his body.
Who cares about physics? I'm a FPS protagonist.
He completely would have shattered his broken. That would have killed him.
Nah, we're good.
That would have killed him. Dead.
After killing a bunch of people who don't agree with the fact that I survived that fall, we catch back up to Great Value Ice Cube and Lego, and a piece of metal magically falls over so we can move on to the next section. We leave Great Value Ice Cube to open a door and do the ritual dance to make the door open faster, but it doesn't really seem to help. After opening the door, we drop down into a pile of, what's something I can say that's YouTube appropriate? Fuck it, it's corpses. Piles of rotting corpses. Turns out the second agent has been dead for a while and it was a trap, except not for us, we're just really stupid and volunteered for someone else accidentally, but luckily that someone else happened to be in the area because he's a dumbass too. So we study some history and get attacked by a helicopter to the tune of O Fortuna, which is a song that I should be able to show you on YouTube, but if I did, I'd get copyright struck by some random bot company that somehow has the license for a song written in the 13th century. We get in contact with Agent III, but he only tells us information we already know, so we summon some sand to escape and then watch Agent III get captured. So we rappel down a conveniently placed rappel point and walk through a baking soda shower party. That's right, YouTube, it's just baking soda. These people are just really into cooking. We catch up to Agent III, who's getting interrogated, and then I sort of give up on trying to play the game at this point, so we die our way through the section, and Agent III never survives any of the times.
Oh no, Gould! If only I could have saved him. There's nothing we could have done.
After getting a door open for us, the Alphabet Soup Squad has a little argument, but it's about childish things, like whether what we were doing is actually worth it, collateral damage, that kind of thing. We settle our differences through the power of because I said shut up, and find a bunch of the 33 and a third hanging around, so we Great British Bake Off them and rappel down a conveniently placed rappel point, where we find out that actually 3 special ops douchebags are so bad at cooking that everyone literally died. Literally just Nolan North decides we've got to get moving to make the 33 and a third pay for what they've done, because God forbid we take any responsibility for turning 40-something civilians into brisket. So we open a door and find some corpses that we actually weren't responsible for, and borrow the radio that talks to literally just Nolan North and no one else, which is definitely a very normal thing for it to do. We rappel down a conveniently placed rappel point and find some people just hanging around, so we shoot one, and Great Value Ice Cube asks us what the fuck is up, but we tell him to shut up so he can't reveal the twist too early. After killing our way through a sandstorm and actually putting on our scarf and a pair of goggles, did we have that this whole time?
Whoa! Hey, buddy! That wasn't nice.
We save Bill from Left 4 Dead, who wants us to kill some water because he works for Nestle, so we agree to help him because we're stupid and murder our way through a parking garage full of people who are just trying to find out where they park their cars. We enter a Coliseum, but we're a little confused about what century it is, so we kill everyone like it's a Roman Coliseum in 70 AD, which should be an indicator that we're not quite right in the head if we're off by about 1940 years. We steal the water trucks, and Bill gives us a grenade launcher with infinite ammo that we spam at some passersby because blowing people up is hilarious, but Bill crashes the trucks and all the water gets eaten by the sand, which isn't great for the people who need water because wet sand isn't very tasty. Turns out Bill's trapped under one of the trucks and we've got one bullet, but unfortunately my aim is really bad, so I miss, and he gets eaten by some fire. Lots of elements eating things today, huh? We murder our way back to the rest of Alphabet Soup Squad and rappel down a conveniently placed zipline before going through a brain rot sequence, and this is the game working as intended right now, which is very annoying. We rappel down a conveniently placed zipline and then do the ritual dance to save Alphabet Soup Squad, so they repay us by slamming their feet into our face because it's one of literally just Nolan North's fetishes. We get a door open for us and capture some dude that tells us where to find Robin Williams, and then we beat him to death, I think, and then head off to turn off the tunes because they're copyrighted and I can't play them in a video unless I want to make no money. After murdering some basketball players, we rappelled on a conveniently placed zipline and killed Great Value Ice Cube for literally no reason, but that's okay because it was just our mind messing with us. We don't actually just want to murder the black dude for no reason. We crash a party and rappelled on a conveniently placed zipline and find Robin Williams that Lego shoots in the face, and everyone's all pissed off about it for some reason, like we've all been super reasonable about who we've been killing this entire game. A helicopter berths some bullet sponges at us, so we soak them with bullets and steal their helicopter, which turns into that section from the beginning of the game, and we have a little meta joke about the fact that we've already been through this, except we still have to go through it a second time, so it's not very funny. After shooting down some tourists, Cerber gets knocked out of the sky because it's a helicopter in a Call of Duty game, which means, wait, didn't I just say that the meta joke about doing the same thing a second time wasn't funny? Well, I guess depending on who you ask, I've never been funny, so it makes total sense for me to continue doing that. We wake up and stare at the Eye of Sauron for a bit before saving Great Value Ice Cube from some yacht salesman because buying a yacht is a scam because you'll take it out like once a year.
It's like, oh yes, Spec Ops The Line in the well-known Spec Ops series. Oh wait. Because you don't give your game a fucking secondary title until you know it's going to be a series.
So you were saying, Will, Spec Ops has had like 10 games.
What?
This Spec Ops The Line is the final game they made for the series.
You're lying. That's not true.
Games, Spec Ops, Ranger Lead the Way, Spec Ops Ranger Bravo.
No, you're fucking with me. There's other games called...
Yeah, but it's Spec Ops is a series.
No, this is not a series.
That's what they've said. Spec Ops is a series of tactical shooter video games.
This is not part of that. This is a standalone game. This is not part of some Spec Ops series.
Well, I don't know. It's classified as part of the series.
No, that can't be fucking true.
Yes, apparently Spec Ops The Line was like a reboot to the Spec Ops series.
What?
And then they never led to anything.
Yeah.
So I wasn't wrong. Fuck you.
While the game is an installment in the Spec Ops series, the team chose to use new ideas and intentionally avoided using existing elements of the franchise.
Okay, so it's not exactly... I don't know if that counts.
We get a really big piece of metal open for us and catch up to Lego just in time to watch him get turned into a piñata, but we're American and that's a Mexican thing or whatever, so we're against it because the Republicans said it was bad or something. I don't know, I don't form my own opinions, I just say what the guy on TV tells me to. After no rushing the party goers,
We're the good guys!
Jesus Christ.
we double tap Lego to make sure he's not going to get back up again and have a heart-to-heart with Great Value Ice Cube where he blames us for Lego's death, which is totally unfair, right? I mean, we're the good guys. Everything we do is objectively the right decision. We kill our way through wherever and have another brain rot sequence that's at least not flashing like the last one, and then ritual dance on a turret before killing Lego that's back despite my double tap from earlier. Seriously, no respect for the double tap. We get surrounded by the 33 1/3, so we decide to surrender so that we can go meet John Soldierman in his ivory tower, but Great Value Ice Cube doesn't want us, so he pushes us out of the nest so we can learn to fly, but we're not the Doomslayer, so we just kind of tumble onto the ground and hobble our way to the tower. After getting saluted by some dudes who are definitely here right now, we take an elevator with a water feature. Wait, seriously? This elevator just has 2 little waterfalls in it? Dubai, man. We catch up to John Soldierman and argue with him about whether anything we've done was actually worth it, and it's revealed that he was dead the whole time. Whoa. So we're given a choice of whether to accept that our actions were our own fault or continue to deny the facts and become king of Dubai. What do you think I chose? You've watched a Willy Osso video before, right? If the answer is no, then you'd better subscribe right now and go take a look, or else I'll bitch at you some more. And now it's time to go home. We survived all that stuff and the convoy's here to pick us up. Just kidding.
Gentlemen, welcome to Dubai.
Apocalypse now.
Game over. Special thanks to my patrons, whose continued support makes these videos possible. If you want to support the channel as well, there's a link in the description.